This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting, I never settle, don't play. Putting the kettle to flame.
Okay, race fans, welcome back. It's week 3, season 19, APEX This GT3 series. This week brings us to a new track on iRacing. Autodromo de Internacional de Algarve in Portimão, Portugal. New to the service, a highly demanded track amongst the iRacing faithful, so it's great to see that iRacing's finally brought it to the service. I've done a few races here this week myself. It's a very fun track, a lot of elevation changes, a lot of blind corners that are really going to be challenging to our drivers out here this week, so interesting to see how it goes. For our Easter Sunday race, we've got, I think last count, about 26 cars registered for the race tonight, so a little later turnout due to the holiday, but we've still got some racers that are here vying for very important points towards the championship standings. So our drivers are just heading out onto their outlap, get qualifying underway. While they do that, we will have a quick look at the conditions we've got out here so far for this evening. As you can see, we are off in Portugal. As I mentioned, we've got 70-degree Fahrenheit air temp, 75-degree track temp, so it's a rather cool day for early April on the coast of Portugal. 83% moisture in the air, a little bit of wind, overcast. Last I checked, no sign of rain, so we'll see if that holds up as we are through the first couple races of this season, where I believe they were holding off implementing any rain into the league races. So we'll see how that goes here in the next week or so. We happen to catch up with the rainy storm clouds out there. So while our drivers are still cruising around on their pace lap, take this opportunity to have a quick look at our championship standings currently. So we'll peruse through the top 30 in points. You see Joey Jr. up top of the standings right now. He's got about a 28-point lead over DJ Alessandrini in second. Then we go back about 35 points to Paulo Langer in third. Rounds out our top 3, and then we see Mark Miller currently holding down fourth place. He's got a tight battle between he and Tony Phillips for fourth. Tony about 10 points back right now in fifth spot. We go back another, it's at about 31 points to Craig Ream in sixth. He's 2 points up at Kelly Greenhoe. We didn't see, I believe, either one of those drivers last week, so I'm not sure if we will see either this week, as I don't see Craig Ream or Kelly Greenhoe in the session here today, so they will both be falling down the standings again this week as well. Roman Bykoff currently holding down 8th spot, 2 points back at Kelly Greenhoe. Sam Swan in 9th, another 2 points back at him, and Jay Warren rounds out the top 10. We'll quickly skim through the next 10 here with Milo D'Arujo, Clifton Ronho, Randy Sherwood, Nick Harwood, Ali Salih rounding out the top 15. We got Neil McDougall, Philip Adams, Nor Hendricks, Ryan Lemke, and Brian Zinn rounding out the top 20. And in 21st, Daniel Toll, Chad Sosnowski in 22nd, Ty Johnson in 23rd, Austin Cobb, Kent Kruger in 25th, Zach Peterson currently at 26th, Jason Estevez at 27th, Craig Tester, Kevin Mead, and John Casey round out our top 30 in the championship point standings. So we head back here over to qualifying. We've got a few drivers with some times on the board. Let's take a quick look here and see. We've got DJ Alessandrini currently topping the standings with a 143 flat, up 0.6 over Brian Lemke in second spot. Brian holding about a 4/10 advantage over Mark Miller in third. So a little bit of a gap at the top of the standings right now. We'll see if our drivers can muster up a little quicker lap to put some pressure on DJ up top of the standings, as you see Philip Adams now jumping up into second spot Philip with a 1:43.6, about half a second back of current pole sitter DJ Alessandrini. So jump on board here with Mark Miller. Mark in his traditional BMW paint scheme he's been running this season. Still waiting for a time. Oh, sorry, we do have a time for Mark. He just popped one in last time by, about a second back, currently sitting in 6th spot. So we have some sponsors as well for this season. Let's give them a quick shout out here. Well, we've got some time and wait for some more laps to come in here. First up, we'll hit up Full Speed Sim Coaching. Full Speed Sim Coaching, where your personal coach will make you a better sim racer. Blake's mission is for you to get a better understanding of sim racing fundamentals and take you to the next level. Using visual guidance and telemetry analysis, he caters to novice intermediate racers using iRacing and Assetto Corsa. So, Full Speed Sim Coaching, if you're looking to pick up a couple extra tenths, you can find the link in the description below, but feel free to hit them up. Next up, new this season, we've got Tack Titan. Tack Titan, become a faster sim racer and get personalized motorsports news and insights. How Tack Titan works is Drive Tack Titan seamlessly records your in-game data as you drive. It'll analyze and learn. We'll instantly show you where and why you are losing time. We show you your biggest areas for improvement and or help you understand why one driver is faster than another. Get quick hints on mistakes just so you spend less time analyzing and more time improving on track. Tack Titan. You can also find a link for them in the description below. Next up, we got DRE Digital Race Engineer. It's a premium spotter and crew chief with many additional benefits. APEX THIS users can save 10% with code KENTBIGDOG10. It's built exclusively for iRacing. It's the best iRacing spotter, perfect for VR users, monitors your racing contacts, and alerts you. It's the crew chief iRacing needs. Use your voice or buttons to control over 400 commands, get vital feedback from over 50 voice alerts. Nothing to look at and be distracted by audio-only communication. That's Digital Race Engineer, DRE. And lastly, local racer John Cooper, J. Cooper Electric. For all your electrical services and beyond, we provide a wide array of electrical services, but we don't stop there. We can help plan and execute all your project needs. Get a hold of J. Cooper, John Cooper Electric for any questions you may have. Okay, so that gets us through our sponsors for this season. It's nice to see 5 sponsors on board offering various levels of discounts and promotions for our APEX THIS racers. Again, you can find the links to all of those down below in the description. So we've got about a little over 2 minutes to go in qualifying. DJ Alessandrini still up top of the standings, holding a 1 second lead over Jay Warren. Chad Sosnowski just a couple hundredths back, currently in 3rd spot. Brian Lepke in 4th. Philip Adams still holding down 5th place. So it's like, barring any major jumps in lap times here, DJ should be sitting on the pole again for this race. We've got Kelly Greenhoe in chat. Kelly, why are you not out here racing? Are you too busy stuffing your face with turkey or ham? A minute and a half to go. Let's jump on board here with Luke Solberg. Luke currently in 11th spot. One of our newer racers to the league. Good to see he's fighting his way around the top 10. So we have another driver here, Zachary Rubin. That's not a name I've seen come across this season, so welcome in, Zach. Hope you have a good time here this evening. And Brian's in, one of our regulars. So we saw earlier on, he wasn't here last week. We saw in race 1, he's moved from the Porsche and Mercedes, which he traditionally drives, to the Ferrari this season. We'll see how that plays out for Brian. Another driver who's changed cars, Ali Salih. We've seen him in the first 2 races this season in the BMW. He's jumped in this baby blue Audi for this season. So we'll see how that goes here for Ali. He changes his luck. I believe last week we saw him lose his rear spoiler. So Hopefully he doesn't come across that issue again this week. Just getting home from Easter. Well, I hope you had a good time, Kelly, and you got your stomach full of turkey or ham or whatever you might have been having on all the fixings. And you're not getting stomach cramps from too many chocolate eggs. 44 seconds to go on board here with Kevin Zhu. Kevin rocking the shark paint scheme on this Lambo. Oh, looks like that's it for our qualifying. Looks like all of our drivers have put in time. 40 seconds to go here. We're waiting for our drivers to grid up, so it looks like my timer is off a little bit here. We'll just give that a little hide.
Can I get a mic check?
Yours does not work.
Perfect.
Can I get it? Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah?
Hold on here, we'll just quickly reboot our
Alright.
timing system. We had a bit of a issue there when it swapped over from qualifying to the race heat here.
Hello and welcome to APEX This Racing.
Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter.
You too, Sean.
Okay, let's give this another whirl here.
Happy
Okay, folks.
Thank you.
There we go. I think we got it now.
Yeah,
1
everybody else?
second.
Good race.
Good old
good luck,
iRacing glitch to start the session off, but
need
now
it.
we
I
got
hate
the
this
qualifying
track.
results up. DJ Alessandrini, as I mentioned, going to take pole position. Paul Langer
Remember,
holds
there
on to
could
second
be a
place,
full
holding
course
off
yellow
Jay
in
Warren
the first
by
lap.
about
There is
1/10.
a big
Close
wreck.
battle between P2 and P3. Chad
wreck.
Snowski,
Don't
just
catch
another couple hundredths back
What's up?
of Jay Warren in fourth place. Ryan Lemke's going to start
is our
in
speed?
fifth. We'll have Philip Adams in sixth. Brian Zinn in seventh. Kevin Zhu is going to occupy the eighth position. Ryan Bykoff in ninth. Mark Miller is going to round out our top 10. In P11, Zachary Rubin and Luke Solberg will make up
with the way
row
this
6.
track invites
In
dive
row
bombing,
7,
I
Randy
expect
Sherwood is
there'll
going to
be a
take up
caution for the first 5
P13,
minutes.
and Tony Phillips in P14. In row 8,
Guys, I
we're going to
believe in
find Justin
everyone. There
Atchison
will
and
not be
Ali
a
Salih.
caution. I
17th
think
spot's going to
everyone is
see
gonna
Sean
drive
Drew, and
to
18th
the
will be
best of
Jason
their ability,
Estevez.
and there's
19th
not
spot
gonna
goes to
be
Darren
shenanigans.
Dean,
That's my true belief.
and 20th spot to Paul Darling.
Do we get trophies too?
In
There you
21st, we got Adrian Adams. 22nd is going to be
Kill the
occupied by
non-believer.
Christopher Diaz. Troy Banks is going to occupy a row, or P23, and John Casey in
What's the
24th.
speed on
Craig
start?
Brockway is going to start 25th. Brian Houseman in 26th. Jonathan Clay 27th, and Donald Mensing is going to
Pace car
start
speed is
tail on the
47.
field in P28. Okay, as we wait for our drivers to
All are fielded
come around and
because of the
complete
track.
their warm-up lap, they're out tailing the pace
Because
car
cars going
as we speak
purple.
now. DJ Alessandrini and Paula Langer leading them around in the front row. As usual for this season, we're back to 40-minute heat races, 40-minute sprint races. The heat races are on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Tuesday night is going to be the combo GR86 MX5 this season, and then Tuesday nights is our GT4 league, both featuring the heat format we were running last season. So if you're looking to do some racing in one of those classes, those are the evenings for you. Sundays there'll be GT3s throughout, and 40-minute sprints with limited fuel load. Our drivers will need to make a pit stop here at some point in time tonight. No need for tires, just fuel and possibly some optional repairs depending kind of action they've seen up until that point. We'll see how clean it is out here. As I mentioned, there's a lot of blind corners, a lot of elevation changes, so it'll be interesting to see who's done their homework this week learning this new track, who feels the most comfortable with it, and who is kind of just gripping the steering wheel as tight as they possibly can, holding on for dear life. I believe we're heading into the final corner here now. Let's see the pace car going through the exit of turn 14. See the field following through here. Again, we've got to wait for the green flag to drop. And then DJ and Apollo will be free to lead the field down to the front straight. See our field of 28 GT3s rolling on through here. We're getting ready to go, about to start 40 minutes of GT3 action at the new Portimao racetrack, Algarve, I almost said Speedway, Autodromo Internacional de Algarve. We are ready to roll. Waiting on that green flag. Comes the field, wait for the green flag. There it is, and we're off. Oh, we've got someone lost bumper back of the field. We'll take a look at that shortly. We've got cars off into turn 1. Cars with Ali Salih out there.
Somebody nice to cloud up.
And that's it. We're under a yellow flag. Caution already.
You know we've got to go an entire lap around to catch the pace car.
Go around, John.
They need to pick up space here. We're under yellow. They need to catch the pace car. Take a look at what happened there into turn 1 here shortly. As I get it queued up, looks like we'll start off with Ali Salih, the blue Audi heading into turn 1. Let's see if we can pick out what happens here. Oh, we see the Ferrari and the Porsche touch on the inside. Ali's on the outside. Oh, a couple BMWs tangle, get turned into Ali Salih there. Not sure if we can pick up who that was. So that might have been, is that Luke Solberg in there? Nope, he's in the Porsche. So it might have been Troy Banks up in that one. No, Troy wasn't involved. He was just behind Troy. I believe that was Randy Sherwood. Let's see if we can catch on board here from Randy Sherwood, see what happens. So he just turns in. Didn't realize that the 23 was on his inside there. They turned in. That sends the 23 BMW of Justin Atchison into Ali Salih. Let's see if we can catch what happened there from Justin Atchison's onboard. To right on board here with Justin Atchison heading into turn 1.
Guys, I know where the pace car is.
Ooh, just gets turned around. Not much you can do there. He was a passenger along for the ride, unfortunately.
Pace cars in turn 19, 18, 19.
So that's got us under yellow.
He's 16 seconds behind the last car.
DJ Allison Green racing around trying to find the
keep this up for the race.
pace car here. I really wish we'd dropped the yellow flags. You wreck on lap 1. It should be sorry about your luck. So we got another incident here. Jonathan Clay. I'm not sure if he was involved in that same wreck on lap 1 or not, but let's see if we can catch what happened here.
Need a class on how
It's
to
like he
avoid
was
problems.
in the Ferrari that was on the outside here. Let's see if we can catch, because we saw a Ferrari using the front bumper. Early on it was, oh, Porsche came over and tagged him. Not sure who that was in the Porsche. Let's see if we can take another look at that. Battling with Troy Banks heading down into turn 1. Can't see the number on that Porsche. It's a Red Bull paint job. A couple cars tagged, and I'm not sure who that was.
I got a visual on the pace car.
Possibly Adrian Adams. Looks like it was Adrian Adams. Let's go back and see. You can see from his onboard view as we've got some time. On board here with Adrian, as we know the Ferrari's to his outside on the right.
The leader of the field.
Ooh, they just touch. Ooh, he touches again into the back of that Lambo. Rough couple corners to get started off here for Adrian.
Careful of the stack up, guys. Lots of blind corners here.
Got a couple of Porsches with the Red Bull paint job here. Makes it a little more difficult to discern which car is which, but I believe we got Adrian picked out there. And the other Red Bull Porsche behind him, the 25
Laps were actually that fast.
of Philip Adams. So I'm assuming some relationship there. Brothers, possibly. Philip Adams, Adrian Adams. Similar paint jobs. We'll have to delve deeper into that one as the season progresses here. But looks like DJ has found the pace car. Not sure what point of the caution session we are here now, if we're getting ready to go back green or if we're still under yellow, but we are awaiting.
God, I really need to work on my pit stop stuff.
Again, make sure to visit our sponsors. They're all listed in the description to reap the benefits being offered to APEX This members
I almost wish there was a prompt
this
that
season.
would tell you to catch the pace car or to let it pass.
Okay, heading into the final corner here again.
I think that was sarcasm, but I'm not sure.
We'll see.
What's that taste
See if we're
like?
getting underway again. If we're waiting for the for another painfully slow pace lap. I'm hoping this is it. We'll see if the pace car ducks in. It will be a single file restart when we do go back. There is no need to wait for the green flag. The leader will have control of the field. So once the pace car finally does duck in, DJ will be leading them around. And the pace car's in. Good. We are getting ready to go again. See if DJ's going to wait for the green or he's going to take off. Here he goes. We're underway. Restart is live. There'll be no more yellow flags from here on out. They get one and one only. Much cleaner run into turn 1. Steady stream of GT3s heading around. Troy Banks making a move on the inside there. Okay, up on board with DJ as he leads Paulo Langer around. We're back underway. Paulo Langer currently about 7/10 back at DJ. DJ getting a massive jump on the restart. Chaz Sosnowski trying to change down Paulo Langer for second spot. Currently in third, up one spot on the day. Jay Warren, who was our third place starter, down into fifth spot right now. Jay's going to want to try and recover that as quickly as he can, as we've lost 8.5 minutes out of this race under yellow. That's going to put a large dent into the amount of fuel that our drivers are going to have to take on in their pit stop. We'll see if anybody's got the fuel saving skills to be able to go without making a stop, but I think they're still going to have to at least drop in for possibly a splash, if not a splash or two. As you see, Kevin Zhu and the Lambo currently splitting up. A couple Red Bull paint scheme cars here of Jay Warren just ahead, Philip Adams just behind him. Too many darn Red Bull cars out here this evening. We'll try and sort them out the best we can. Let's check in on Tony Phillips. Tony up 2 spots from where he started. Currently in P12. He's trying to chase down Luke Solberg. He's got Zachary Rubin hot on his... he's gotten around Luke. Tony's trying to chase down Zach up ahead. He's got Luke and Justin Atchison hot on his tail. Justin was the blue BMW we saw get turned around into quarter 2 on lap 1. He's used his quick repair and he's back out there, or maybe he didn't have any damage. His car looks fairly clean. Doesn't seem to have lost any spots, so maybe Justin chose to stay out. Any damage that he might have been just minimal aero damage. See if he's able to nurse it off into the pit stop and use his quick repair there. On board with Brian Lemke in 4th place, up 1 spot. He's nabbed a spot away from Jay Warren, who's down 2. Brian currently 1 second back of Chad Sosnowski. Top 3 starting to stretch their legs out over the rest of the pack. Brian trying to hold Jay Warren off. Jay trying to recover those 2 spots he lost from the start of this race.
Rest your brakes if you spin out.
So go on board here with Jay as they head down into turn 1. It looks like he's getting enough of the draft to make a move. Notice these drivers are not using the full width of the front straight to open up the turn number 1 the best they can. They're really going to want to try and utilize the track width as much as they can into turn 1 and allow them to open that up, carry a little more speed through there. We'll see if anybody starts to take advantage of that later on in the race. Jump on board here with Roman Bykoff, currently leading around Mark Miller and Zachary Rubin. This is the battle for 8th spot. Tight battle here between these 3. A couple Porsches split up by a BMW and Mark Miller.
No worries, that was my bad. Yeah, I had to check up for that guy sitting sideways.
Roman's still not rocking the Coors Light paint scheme. I swear one of these weeks I'm going to put in a protest if he doesn't go back to the Coors Lightning machine. The fans want to see what the fans want to see. Go on board here with Mark Miller as Roman sweeps out a little wider, trying to maximize speed much as he can as they head up into turn 13-14. Little tight 180 switch back here, and then we got another double right-hander, real large sweeping corner, crucial to maximizing your exit on this corner to maintaining as much speed as you can. Heading down the front straight, you want to carry as much speed through there with a long run down the front straight here. See if Mark's able to utilize any of the draft off Roman up ahead to make a move into turn 1. It looks like he's anywhere near close enough right now. Porsche seems to have a little bit of legs over the BMW. So we got a car coming to the out of the pits. Looks like that's Randy Sherwood. He's going to merge back in with traffic.
Cheers for that, Roman. That ruined a great race. Thanks for that.
Oh. It's like Zinn and Bykoff might have got into it earlier on. We'll have to have a look and see what happened there, as Zinn just came on the radio and basically told Roman thanks for ruining his race. We'll see if we can scroll back here and catch what happened with that in a few moments. So we jump back up board with Paul Langer. Currently got himself wedged in between first and second. He's 1.7 back of DJ for first. He's opened up about 2 seconds over Chad Sosnowski in third. Chad's starting to fall back towards that battle between Brian Lemke and Jay Warren. Okay, I think we found what happened to Brian's in. Let's take a quick look here. Oh. Looks like he's just going to park it. Not sure what the issue was there. Might have been something a little earlier on. There's another one here. Let's take a look at this. This might have been what led up to this pulling off. He's in, trying to make a move on the inside. There he goes, side by side. Oh, slight touch there. So he's in, he's going to spin out. Oh, Faber's going to tag him as it comes out. Oh, that wasn't a good rejoin. Oh, no. I don't imagine that's going to fly well with the stewards. Unfortunately, that's not the type of rejoin we usually hope to see. As in, usually a fairly staunch proponent of quality rejoins, which that one was not. Let's see if we can catch another look at what happened there between Bykoff and Zin leading up to that incident here. So went side by side through the corner here. Just the slightest little netcode touch there. It was strange, almost looked like it broke the left rear suspension on that Ferrari, so it looks like it's turning okay. I'm not sure. We'll have to see if we can get some something happen. Go back to the live action. Sosnowski now falling back about 2.6 seconds back on Langer, but he's got Lemke only 1.1 back of him now. Lemke and Warren working hard to close that gap on Sosnowski for third spot. Final step on the podium is what that position will hold. DJ Alessandrini is checked out on the field, currently 2.5 seconds up over Paul Langer in second spot. Paulo as well, just got it in cruise control. A couple of German-powered V10 machinery leading the field around. One strapped to an Italian body, one strapped in the German body, but they're leading the way. Speaking of V10s, let's see how Ali Salih's making out with his switch from the BMW to the Audi this week. Right now, he's still got his rear spoiler on, so he's doing better than what he did last week. We saw he had to come in and get a new one fixed onto the back of that bumper. Donald Mensing in the BMW this week. Donald's probably a little sad he can't drive the Ford GT anymore, that it's been removed from the league this season as it doesn't have rain prep provided by iRacing. So Don's in the BMW this season. Monster paint job. Donald currently in 22nd, up 6 spots. He didn't put in any qualifying time, so he started at the tail end of the pack. He's just managing his way through the carnage. Check in on Sean Giroux. Sean currently in 15th spot. He's up 2 from where he started. Sean, another one in the V10 machinery out here, rocking the Lambo Huracan. He's trying to chase down Troy Banks, 2.6 up ahead, but he's got Jason Estevez 1.1 back of him here. Jason trying to chase down Sean. Jason with his usual thinking on the throne paint job as they're going to head down into turn 1. Jason a little too far away from Sean to get any kind of draft to make a move into turn 1. Sean will hold on to that position for now. See if Jason's able to close down the gap there a little later on. check back in. I'm going to say they're brothers. I'm going to just go out, claim Adrian and Philip are brothers. That's what I'm saying until I've heard otherwise. They're currently sitting in 11th and 12th. They've got Justin Atchison on the back of Philip's bumper. Justin trying to put some pressure on the back of Philip's Porsche. Trying to move himself up into P12, currently occupied by Philip Adams. Jump on board here with the gyro cam on Justin's car. I mentioned it earlier, a lot of blind uphill elevation corners here. Our drivers didn't spend the time to learn the track this week. It's really going to hamper them. I've seen a lot of them not using the full width and track limits of the car out here this week, so there's definitely some time to be had by our drivers out there. Zachary Rubin, as I mentioned early on, one of our new drivers. Zach, nice showing so far. He's up 4 spots on the day in 7th place. Strong showing so far by him. He's trying to chase down Roman Bykov, currently just under 3 seconds ahead, and he's got a gap to almost 3 seconds to Kevin Zhu behind him. We see Kevin popping up over the hill in the background. Kevin's currently got Paul Darley just in. Paul doing him the razzle dazzle heading into turn 1. Not quite close enough to try and break the concentration of Kevin there now, but Paul's going to try and do whatever he can to try and get Kevin off his game. Try and find a little speed. They've got Tony Phillips lurking behind. If something were to happen between these two, they start to tussle a little later on. Tony would be more than happy to try and take that position away. Check back in. Let's see if Lemke and Warren have been able to close down that gap on Sosnowski at all. Chad Sosnowski managed to hold off that gap being closed by Lemke and Warren. It's now down to about a steady 1.4. He's got to stabilize there for the last couple laps. See if Lemke has got a little more in him to push. Sosnowski is able to find another gear and open that gap back up. Troy Banks, we saw last week's chaos theory. We saw Troy doing the old radar flyby on the restart, driving by Chief and Mid Kent. Troy forgot to turn his radar detector on though, but he got nabbed speeding on the restart, serving that penalty with a no qualifying. And Troy currently up 10 spots so far into 13th spot. Oh, we see somebody spitting in the background. It's like Adrian Adams is like, oh, almost backs right out into the middle of the traffic. I'm not sure who that was that scorched by, but they might have seen, is that Sean Giroux? That might have been Sean Giroux that just flew by him there heading into pit lane. I'm not sure. It looked like maybe a Porsche, but that was not the rejoin we wanted to see. Paul Darling closed that gap down now on Kevin Zhu. The battle for 8th place. As we see some of our drivers heading in to complete their pit stops now. So, mentioned earlier on, I wasn't sure if they were going to have enough fuel savings down to be able to complete the race without stopping. But looks like some of our racers are coming in to utilize their pit stop now. We'll see if anybody has the fuel saving skills to make it without a stop, as we see Paul Darling putting some heavy pressure on Kevin Zhu now. I think it's only a matter of time before Paul makes this pass pay off. So jump on board here now, heading into the final couple corners. Paul tight on the back bumper of that Lambo. Kevin Zhu way off the line. He needs to be tight to the left side, sweep back around. I think we might see a move by Paul into turn 1 this time by. He's going to have the draft and definitely have the horsepower to do it here. Let's see. Here they go now. You see Paul tucked deep onto the back bumper. Not going to make a move yet. Lambo horsepower is able to hold him off. Again, we're not seeing our drivers use the full track width here. I can tell you right now who's put in laps this week and not. It's the guys that aren't using the full track limits out there. These guys need to be pushing a lot wider. They're leaving a lot of speed on the table. Lemke and Forrest still holding off Jay Warren as they're trying to chase down Chad Sosnowski. Chad Sosnowski opened up a couple of tenths in that gap between he and Brian Lemke. So our final battle for P3. Top two are legged it out over this one. DJ currently 8 seconds ahead of Chad Sosnowski, leading the way. Paul Langer another 4 seconds up on Sosnowski. Barring any issue, they should be able to hold down P1 and 2. Sosnowski trying to get into that safe zone with a gap. And Lemke and Jay Warren trying to hold on to him though. So we go on board with Chris Diaz in the Pastel machine. Christopher up 5 spots from where he started, kind of in the middle of no man's land right now. He's got Ali Salee 9 seconds up on him. Greg Brockway 17 seconds back. So he's in that boring hole. I got nobody to battle with. I'm just trying to put in lap times. I got no rabbit to chase. But he's up 5 spots on the day. Philip Adams putting some pressure on Tony Phillips here. They head into turn 1. Looks like Philip thinking about trying to make a move onto the inside. Tony trying to defend. Tony will hold on to that spot for now as they're going to head up to the hill. Left hand blind corner. Tony not quite tight enough to that apex there. That's going to give Philip a nice run. I think this might all but do it for this move. Philip will have the preferred line heading down into the corner. Tony's going to have to try and fight around the outside. He's going to give up the spot. Philip Adams takes over P10. See if Tony's got anything to fight back quickly on this one. A big old BMW, not exactly the most nimble GT3 machinery out there. This is probably if I had to guess, more of a Porsche, Lambo, Audi track than it is the BMW. I don't think we got anybody driving the Mercedes here this season. But the Mercedes would probably be all out pay here, to quote from Ted Lasso. Zach Rubin still holding down 6th spot. Nice showing from new driver here this evening. He's got Roland Bykoff, Kevin Zhu, Paul Darling lurking not too far back. See, Paul still hasn't managed to try to find a way around Kevin Zhu. This battle rages on. So that Lambo just has a little bit of extra legs on the front straight to hold Paul Darling at bay. He's going to have to try and use the torque of that Ferrari out of the low speed corners to try and make something happen. Got a few more drivers coming in for the pit stops. We got Jason Estevez and Ali Salee. So most of our back half of the field has come in to complete their pit stops here now. So we should be well within pit window.
Good man, Randy.
See, Roman's starting to close down the gap on Zachary Rubin. It's gap down to 8 tenths. Just over 12 minutes to go in this one. We've run about half of our green flag allotment here now. Went back green with about a little over 30 minutes to go. So our drivers should be about a little more than half to 3/4 of the way through their fuel tank. Our leader, DJ, ducking into the pits. So there we go. One of our most talented fuel savers is going to have to make a pit stop. So that's pretty much going to signal that the entire field is going to get a long pit stop from Ali Salee, as we see him just coming out here now around the leader, DJ. So not sure if Ali had to have some damage repair, but that's going to cost him a few spots. Brian Lemke now 2.3 seconds back of Chad Sosnowski. Chad Sosnowski found that little bit of extra time that he needed. He's starting to leg out over Lemke and Warren. Lemke also opening up a little bit more of a gap between he and Jay Warren too as well. That gap now to 1.1 seconds. Jay Warren, our third of the Red Bull Porsche drivers out there. I think I've got them all pretty well sorted out. So Tony Phillips going to finish up his pit stop, head back towards the track. See where he cycles out. We did see him battling with that was Philip Adams earlier. So Philip currently in 6th spot. We'll see where he cycles through. So I expect we should see Philip coming in with the next lap or two to take his service. Looks like Christopher Diaz might have had a bit of an issue here. Let's see what happened to him. Could this be a solo spin? Oh, just going to head too hot into that corner. He's going to go off. Manages to hold on to it. Kevin Zhu, we saw him vigorously trying to hold off Paul Darling. Did he get Lambo'd in the Lambo? Heading into turn 13, he's just going to lose the back end. That is all too easy to do in the Lamborghini for sure. Do a little lawn maintenance out there. I think he's going to suffer a slowdown with that too as well. That's unfortunate for Kevin. He had a nice showing. As we see Philip Adams come in to take his pit service. Let's pick up Tony Phillips and see where he cycles back through. As they were nose to tail before that pit stop. As we see Tony heading into the final section. Turn 14 now, heading down the front straight. See Philip Adams starting to exit pit road. I think he's going to hold on to that position. Tony will be at the top of his speed though. As he heads out, we see Philip up in the distance heading into turn 2, so he's going to maintain that position over Tony Phillips. He's actually going to open it up to about 4 seconds now between the two of them. Sosnowski's service done, and he's back out on track. He's now opened up 5 seconds over Brian Lemke. Lemke with a slow pit stop, 46 seconds. While the rest of the field we're seeing 43s to 44s. So it's cost him a little bit of time, but his main competitor behind him, Jay Warren, also with a slow pit stop. Jay with a 47.7 pit stop. So not sure what happened with those two drivers. Maybe they took some front tires, possibly. We'll have to see. Maybe they have a little bit of strategy that we're unaware of. We'll have to see how that plays out. But definitely two of the slowest pit stops in the session so far. On board here with Justin Atchison currently trying to chase down Troy Banks up ahead. Oh, see white smoke. Donald Metzing goes off track. Looks like he's going to collect it though. Manages to keep himself out of the way of the two cars that were coming up behind him. Let's jump on board here with Justin as he's trying to chase down Troy Banks. They head through the final section. Oh. See how BMW do a little bit of a tail waggle. Looks like it's loose coming through the final section. Not sure what setup Justin's running, but that BMW is not happy under full throttle in the final 13, 14, 15 quarter section. You see what happens. That allows Troy open up a couple tenths gap over him there. It's crucial you get the best runs you can onto that front straight. As we see Troy go wide, that's going to cost him a off track for sure. Paul Darling up 14 spots on the day, currently in the 6th spot. Jay Warren about 6 seconds up the road. He's got some work to do to try and chase him down. I'm not sure he's going to have the time to do it with 6.5 minutes to go. Overall, still a nice run from Paul. Zachary Rubin still holding Roman Bykov off, but this gap now about 6 tenths, sorry, between them. See Paul Darling fading off into the distance just in front of Zach. Paul Darling had the the fastest pit stop recorded at 42 seconds. So we'll see if he's got enough fuel in his car to make it to the end. It's by far the fastest pit stop of the day by a full second. So see if he was able to fuel save while he was out there battling with Kevin Zhu. He's tucked in the draft for a few laps, so might have gave him a little bit of fuel savings there, but a full second, I'm not sure. That's a wide run by Zach Rubin. It's got to be bordering a slowdown out there, but our drivers, again, not using the full track. You got to get out there on the red. You want your left tires almost touching the green on the entry into turn 1. These guys are not maximizing the speed they can take turn 1 with. I did about 10 races here this week, not in GT3 though, in LMP2, because GT3 is boring. I said it. And I got murdered many times, but I can tell you the track limits are fairly forgiving heading into turn 1. So these guys are leaving some time out there, especially when they got someone in their back bumper they're battling with. 4.5 to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Should be probably about 2, possibly 3 more laps. We'll see. As it looks like DJ heading into the final section here now.
You're welcome.
The driver's running minute 43 lap time, so should give us another 3 laps as DJ's going to cross the line. Makes his way around Randy Sherwood, a lap car, and there goes DJ across the line. So we should have the minimum 2 more laps to go in this one. Time for our drivers to put the final push on. Kevin Zhu trying to find a way around Tony Phillips. A battle for the final spot in the top 10. Tony currently holding on to it. Kevin looking to take it away. So Kevin with a strong run out of the final corner. Can he make it work into turn 1? He's got the inside. Looks like Tony's going to give it up to him. Kevin Zhu will make his way up into P10. We got Troy Banks lurking just in behind now. Troy also with a strong run through the field here this week, up 11 spots, currently in 12th. I'm not sure if I'm assuming he didn't jump the restart again this week after he got nailed by Florida State Highway Patrol last week at Sebring. Zachary Rubin still holding off Roman Bykov. It's their closest battle on the track right now. Everybody else opened up a couple second gap over the car between them, other than Zach Rubin, Roman Bykov, and then the battle between Tony Phillips and Troy Banks and Kevin Zhu. Tony not ready to let Kevin run away here yet. Holding tight onto the back bumper of that Lambo. You can see the BMWs just aren't getting the run onto the front straight that the Ferraris and the Lamborghinis are. As you see Kevin Zhu able to leg out over the BMW of Tony Phillips every time we get to the front straight. Pair of Porsches battling here. Similar machinery, although this is open setup, so Not sure if they're both running similar downforce or not. They both kind of went wide into, I believe that's turn 6 or 7. I can't remember. There's so many turns on this track, and they're so blind, it's hard to keep track of what number is what. I'm going to head up the hill. See our leader DJ, he's into the final sector. He's going to come across the line. This will be the start of the final lap. As we can't see Barney there, but I'm going to tell you, he's waving the white flag. As there goes DJ. Last lap is underway. DJ Alessandrini 8.7 seconds over Paul Langer in second spot.
Anytime.
Followed with a comfortable 4.6 seconds over Chad Sosnowski in third. Chad opened up to almost 4 seconds over Lemke in fourth. Lemke also with 3 seconds over Jay Warren, so our top 5 fairly spread out. Paul Darling, he managed to get down to about 4 seconds between he and Jay Warren, so he took 2 seconds off in a matter of about 4 minutes. So strong run by Paul there through the field, but Zachary Rubin still trying to hold off. Bykoff falling back. Kevin Zoo's gotten around him now. Bykoff's lost the front bumper. We'll have to see what happens there. Oh, Troy Banks trying to push wide. Oh, he's going to tag Tony Phillips and send him off into turn 1. He's going to wait for Tony to get sorted out and back on track, but we'll have to take a look at that in Chaos Theory, but that didn't look good. Possibly penalty potential there again this week for Troy Banks. If you're unaware or new to the league, you get 3 penalties in one season, and that's a 1 race suspension. So if Troy were to get penalized there again, that would be 2 penalties at least in the first 3 races. That wouldn't bode well for him for the rest of the season. He's going to be walking on eggshells for sure. See Adrian Adams going wide out there, using up the whole track. DJ Alessandrini heading across the line. He's going to take this one. The winner for round 3 goes to DJ Alessandrini. See the rest of the field come across. There goes Paulo Langer. Chad Sosnowski's going to cross the line here now. We're waiting on Lemke. There's Lemke. And Jay Warren is going to come across in P5. Zach Rubin holds off Kevin Zhu for P7. Kevin Zhu up and down. Dave manages to finish up where he qualified in P8. Roman Bykoff coming home with no front bumper, although Justin Atchison pushing hard behind him, trying to catch up. Justin was the benefactor of Tony Phillips and Troy Banks getting into it on the last lap into turn 1. The Adams brothers, Philip and Adrian, going to bring it home at 13th and 14th. As Adrian's going to get the bragging rights in 13th. We're just waiting for a couple more of our lead lap cars to finish up. Sean Giroux in 16th spot, Christopher Diaz in 17th, both heading around the final corner now. Once they cross the line, we can take a look at our final standings. There we go. So that'll do it for round 3 at Portimao. Just wait for the timing and scoring to update for the race.
Yeah, I didn't realize that car was there until too late, bro.
Let's take a look. I see DJ Alessandrini brings it home 10 seconds over Paulo Langer.
That was good fun.
Paul in second. Chad Sosnowski rounds out the podium in third. Ryan Lemke in fourth. Jay Warren in fifth. Paul Darling brings it home in sixth. Zachary Rubin, nice showing in seventh. New driver Kevin Zhu brings it home in eighth. Roman Bykoff falls to ninth. Justin Axelson rounds out the top 10.
Sorry about that incident, Kevin.
In 11th, we got Tony Phillips. In 12th, Troy Banks. We'll take a look at that incident here shortly. Philip Adams in 13th. Jason Estevez in 14th. Sean Giroux in 15th. Christopher Diaz in 16th. Adrian Adams falls to 17th. I'm not sure if he had a penalty on the last lap. And then that does it for our lead lap cars. We'll quickly scroll through the remainder of the field. Okay, let's queue up Chaos Theory. Okay, now we already had a look at what happened to cause the yellow, so we will skip that portion, as we don't really need to review that again. So kicking us off after the restart, that enormous award is going to go to, looks like Ali Salih. Oh no, sorry, this is the original start. There we go. So it is Ali Salih actually, but it's this is now the yellow restart. Let's see what happened to Ali. Oh, he gets some help from the Rito Sport Ferrari, the 78. Who is that? John Casey. Let's see if we can take another lip look at that from the blimp cam. See Ali Salih in the blue Audi. He's going to get some help in here by the Ferrari on the inside. Oof. They tag. We'll see what the stewards think of that. Initial thought? I don't know. It's like Brian Houseman took evasive action off track. I'm not sure if he had a wreck as well or not. Oh, he does. He hits the wall. Solo spin. He's just going to immediately tow. Donald Metzing with an off track here earlier on too as well. Say another solo incident. Oh, he's going to go wide into the kitty litter. Donald gets collected up, heads back on track. Randy Sherwood. Let's see what happened to Randy Sherwood early on. It was not long after the yellow flag restart. We're just going to lose the back end of that BMW. Ooh. Oh, he does get tagged. Didn't quite hold the brakes immediately there. Rolled forward a little bit. Not sure who that was in the Ferrari that came through and got him. Should have been Jonathan Clay, I think. It's we can jump on the cockpit view here with Jonathan. You might see a BMW of Randy Sherwood. There he is. Oh! Didn't really have anywhere to go there, but I think he had enough time to try to see what was happening up ahead there. Let's take another look at that. Yeah, you can see that car there. He had time, just wasn't quick enough to react to it, unfortunately. Well, Randy Sherwood have another incident after that. Could have been suffering some damage. Let's see. No, just got flagged for being slow afterwards. Brian Zinn, let's see what happened to Zinn. Review this again. He and Roman. So go side by side. It's such a strange hit. It almost looked like the suspension broke. Let's see if we can get another look at that one. Let's try the chopper. LAPD chopper. Yeah, weird. car to keep wiggling like that. Strange. Donald Mensing and another off here. Could this be a solo spin? Oh, he's just going to miss the corner. I think Donald forgot to take one of those Monster Energy drinks that he's driving around sponsored on the car today. It looks like he was a little asleep at the wheel on that one. Okay. I'm kidding, Donald. I couldn't pass it up with the Monster Energy paint job. As in, I think this is what we saw where he just pulls it off. I don't see any damage on the car, but who knows. Pull it off and call it quits from there. See Philip Adams here in one of the Red Bull Porsches. Oh! To the back of Kevin Zhu and spins him around. Let's take another, see if we can get a cockpit view of that from Philip Adams' machine here. This is a heavy braking left-hand corner before you head back to the penultimate corner before you head on the straight. Crucial to get through here. Oh, they just touch. And as the Lambo spins around, tags the Porsche, and they both spin around and see the long wait for the field to cycle through before you can get back on track. See what happened to Luke Solberg here, another one of the Porsches. Oh, oof. Oh yeah, we caught this tail end. No, this isn't the one they backed out on the track. There was a car, I'm trying to remember who it was. We saw it kind of back out on the track and somebody go flashing by. It's not that one, but this loses the back end of the Porsche through the final sector. Gets sorted out. Okay, that's Sean Giroux. See what happened to Sean Giroux here. Oh, Sean, I think he just got mixed up what part of the track he was on. Looks like he was expecting a right-hand corner there. It's yeah, instead of the left, gets it collected up, carries back on. Here with Adrian Adams, one of the Red Bull Porsches. Oh, he's going to lose it. Similar to what we just saw Luke Solberg have happen. This is the Porsche I think we see back up the cargo stream. But oh, that was Sean Giroux. Let's see if we can get cockpit view from Sean Giroux here. As he sees this coming up ahead. See how close this was. Sees him, he's ducked into the pits. Oh! Sean might have had to get a change of underwear with that one too as well. Fuel me up and change my drawers, please. Brian Houseman, let's see what happened to Brian Houseman. Oh, he was the Ferrari we saw earlier. Sky paint job. Oh! I'm going to say that was another driver thinking that it was possibly a different corner he was coming up to, because he completely just blew that one. Join back out in front of Donald Mensing. Carry on. Christopher Diaz. This looks like another solo spin here. Ooh, another one just missed the brake zone. Kevin Zhu, he was feeling heavy pressure from Paul Darling. Lambo's just going to do a Lambo thing, gives up the rear end. Paul says thank you very much, and on he goes. And for good measure, Kevin does a little landscaping for the grounds crew out there. Plant a few seeds while he's at it. Chris Diaz, you have another solo incident here afterwards? Just going to lose the back end of that Ferrari. I'm going to venture guess he's not running enough downforce on that car. I'm going to cycle through the pit stops here. Sean Giroux. Let's see what happened to Sean Giroux in the yellow Lambo. Head into the final corner. It could be the same thing we just saw happen to Kevin Zhu earlier. And it is. The back of that Lambo just gives up the ghost. I know you guys want to run as low a downforce as possible to get maximum speed on the front straight. I've been telling you this for seasons. You can't run super ultra low downforce and try to throw these cars into the corners like that. That's what happens. And Jonathan Clay, a little bit of an adventure here into turn one. Let's see, he's gonna go deep out left. He does. Oh, gets the wiggle on the curb and the wall. Ouch. Sky Sports Machinery will not be bringing you an interview from pit road this evening. Looks like Sean Giroux had another incident here. Rough couple laps for this yellow Lambo. Ooh. Oh, is he going to keep it out of the litter? He is. Nice save. Roman Bykov. Oh, I think it's towards the end of the race. This will be where he loses the front bumper we saw. Again. Losing it in that final corner. Off comes the bumper. Oh! Sympathy spin there for Philip Adams in behind. Take a look at what happened there. Philip Adams. He says, I'll see you, Roman Bykov, and I'll raise you one extra spin. Boink. Hey, did somebody order pork for Easter dinner? There's a couple of them at pit road. And it looks like John Casey. Oh, well, that's after the checker flag. So that was it. That was it for Chaos Theory. For a new track, I'm going to say it probably wasn't all that bad as far as Chaos Theory. Always tends to happen that way when we get a new track. There's a learning curve for all of our drivers, but overall, it didn't seem like it was too bad out there. We had a few incidents here and there, but nothing really to worry all that much about. I'm gonna give you guys a slow clap and say decent job. Where are we heading next week? Let's take a look here. Next week we are off to Imola. Oof, that'll be interesting. We get back to 45-50 cars again next week. Imola is a tight track. Formula 1 track, grade A, via grade A, but it is not super wide. There's some places where you can only get one car through. Try and go 2x2, and it's not going to end very well for you, but that's next week's problem. That's it for this week. We will see you all again next week. Bye for now.